Hello again and welcome to Downwide Books, the book review channel where we add insights into the worlds of literature for both those who do read and those who don't. Today I'm reviewing a popular work first published in 2014, a year which saw my third and final year of university. Aren't we all getting older? This book is set amidst the chaos of World War II and takes perspectives from both sides. Join me today as I review All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. All the Light We Cannot See follows the lives of two main protagonists. The first is a young French girl named Marie Laure, who lives with her loving father, Daniel Leblanc. She's a blind girl who in no way lets her disability define her. Showered by the love of her father, they are forced to flee Paris when World War II breaks out and find themselves in a seaside town called Saint-Malo. The town is surrounded by thick ancient walls, providing a stark contrast to the freedom and safety they once knew in Paris. The imposing walls of Saint-Malo both protect and imprison its inhabitants as the war intensifies around them. The second main character of this work is a young boy named Werner Pfennig. He grows up in Zovrin, a German town that is prominent for its industry and mining. He lives in an orphanage with his sister Jota, and together each night they listen to a faraway radio broadcast where a man talks about all the wonders in science and nature. Werner has a remarkable ability to fix things, particularly shortwave radios. This skill later defines his path throughout the war and for a time keeps him away from the front lines of the conflict. His talents are noticed during the early stages of the war and he's sent to a prestigious school for young cadets. All the Light We Cannot See follows a non-linear pattern of storytelling. It does not go strictly from point A to point B. In certain parts you're with the characters in the later stages of World War II and at more intense moments in their lives. At others you are back where the outbreak of the war is new and the victor nowhere near decided. I previously read Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. Despite being vastly different in subject, there are certainly similarities in the writing style and the progression of the main narrative. Each main character in this work, and there are many more than I've mentioned, lives their own tale independently of others. However, much like Cloud Cuckoo Land, these stories cleverly weave together throughout the work and seamlessly integrate towards the end. Individual lives can be random and chaotic, and during war especially so. Everyone is surviving and most are suffering. The way these two central characters' struggles intertwine is a very moving portrayal of what feels like fate. As Werner, one of the main protagonists, observes at one point, everything he has lived for seems to converge at a single point. The rich history provided before this coming together is a beautiful merging of narrative and storytelling. A simple yet marvellous invention serves as a catalyst throughout this work, drawing the main characters together. It is quite simply a radio. Through this device, not only does a will to survive inspire the characters, but it also serves to connect them. Werner's time fixing radios leads him to questionable actions as the regime takes his passion and leverages it to their advantage. The wonders and potential dangers of such technology are explored and utilised. While the radio is a passion for Werner, it also becomes a weapon for the regime and a salvation for others, sometimes in the most basic of ways, like hearing a beautiful melody when nothing but darkness surrounds them. The main antagonist of this work is a sergeant major for the German army named Reinhold von Rumpel. He seeks to locate a diamond named the Sea of Flames. This pursuit eventually comes to a climax, although he serves as an interesting character initially. I felt he was slightly underdeveloped. He gets where he needs to go, and this often feels a little too easy, with minimal explanation. His desire to possess something beyond his grasp is the classic tale of greed, although superstition also mars his mind. As the story progresses, his presence becomes less prominent at times, making it challenging to maintain a strong connection to him as a person. This is personally one area where I feel the book could have improved. This central antagonist stands out mainly because of how well the other characters are developed. He is, in that way, an ugly duckling and could have been fleshed out further. As this is a tale about war and the worst we know of, morality and choice are integral parts, especially for Werner. From a young age, he's taken to a school where it is encouraged to weed out and beat those who are weaker, even if they're on your own side. This brutality, although minor for a book set in World War II, certainly leaves its mark. You're left thinking how unfair it is, you're left feeling deep sympathy for the manipulation at play, and you're left knowing that words, particularly lies, can convince people, especially boys, to do atrocious things. You know, it's been some time since I finished a book. 2 weeks back I posted a review here, but that was not a book I'd read this year. For the whole of this year, I've only read one book, and that is this one. I am back to reading full time again, and finishing this book reminded me exactly why it is I read in the first place. Have you ever felt like when you turn the final page of a book, you were leaving a world that was so meaningful and impactful? You feel happy for the journey, but somewhat upset that it's ended. I find longer books tend to do this to me, especially great books, and that's what this book is. It's a great book that will take you away from the world and sit you alongside a group of characters that feel as real as if they're stood right beside you. Not only does this book succeed in that, but it also sheds light on the chaos of war, not through graphic violence, but through the very medium it presents itself with: words. All the light we cannot see, maybe the first book I've read this year, yet even at this point, I think it may be the best. My friends, thank you for spending a bit of time here to engage in another book review with me. But the next book I'm reading is right here beside me. It is called The Prophet Song by Paul Lynch, which is a Booker Prize-winning book. It is a dystopian book, so that's one of my favourite genres, so I'm hoping I do enjoy this one. Again, it won the Booker Prize, so it does have a lot of credence to it, and I'll be excited to review that here soon. If you'd like any more information on any of the books I've discussed, Cloud Cuckoo Land in particular, I will link the book review below. Please also consider joining the book review club. I know I've been a little bit absent recently, but I will be getting back over there and posting a few more book reviews for you. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.